What makes me happy?
Yeah.
See, just to make sure I answer the question and to give context, that's why I like what you said earlier about there's always an upside. There's always, there's always something positive. So what makes me happy is thinking about the positivity and the possibilities of things getting better. That makes me happy. Possibilities to know that this isn't the end.
Happiness is a crazy concept, not in a bad way, but says that it's so important. And a lot of brothers are not happy these days. Even brothers who seemingly have everything going well for them. They have money, friends, all sorts of things, and they're still not happy. Always gives me this idea that you could be surrounded by a lot of people and you're not really seen by any of them, because you could be going through like the darkest thing in life and none of them would ever know. And so we have to find those things that are important in life. And I like what Zach said. He said that he's sentimental in a way. He likes to see other people happy. And I share that. I share that idea because I could be just walking on the streets and I see somebody and it looks like they're having a good day. And I'm just kind of like, yeah, I'm glad that you're having a good day. I'm happy for you. I'm really happy for you. I like to see that. It was big what you said as well about when you hit rock bottom in life. There's literally nowhere else to go. Congratulations.
Congratulations. 1000%. If you're at rock bottom, congratulations. Might as well give yourself a clap at this point. Because there's only up from here. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, just know that and keep that in mind. That there's only up from here. Yeah.
That's the idea, isn't it? That it got to the worst it could ever get to. And instead of seeing it as, that's it, all that can happen is a turnaround from this point.
That's definitely the main thing to keep in mind. There's only up from here. Once you've got that in your mind and it's locked in, I feel like that's when the positivity can really spread. And then you see a lot of different things in a different light. Yeah. It only takes it once for it to hit the mind. Once you've got that ingrained in the mind and that neuroplasticity.
Neuroplasticity.
You know, if you know, you know it.
Why are you a neuroscientist now? That's a big brain science word. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
You know about neuroplasticity.
A little different.
What's going on in that grey white matter of yours?
But once you get it ingrained, though, then yeah, you can get that line going. Yeah, man, that's what it's all about.
That's good.
Positivity, man. Positive thinking.
I also happen to think that it's beneficial for people to hear more guys have these kind of conversations, because sometimes when men especially hit rock bottom, they tend to go silent. They don't talk about it. There's no communication, because I don't know what it is. Is it culture, or is it something innate to us that makes us think that there needs to be this macho?
I think it's a little bit of pride as well, you know.
Yeah.
A little bit of pride, a little sprinkle of pride, because a next man doesn't really want to know. Yeah, just a little.
Yeah.
A sprinkle of pride there. I don't think a next man really wants to let a next man know that he's down. I think that's definitely like a man thing to think.
But he doesn't want a woman to know either, because that.
1000%.
There you go.
Unless he's got brothers in it,
right.
It gets harder when you don't have brothers that are around you that can be like, yo, this ain't the end. There's certain else you can do. Oh, I've got this for you, or little suggestions like that can help you out. But if you ain't got no brothers around you, it becomes really hard, because then you think you're on your own. And that's not the case. You're never really on your own, but at the same time, it's hard to reach out to somewhere that you don't even know.
Well, there's that as well. Why is it hard for men to trust? Because you mentioned pride, but I think there's a trust element in this as well. And it's not even so much about trusting total strangers. It's about even those who've been around you that you know, you're familiar with their names and face, but still, it's like, I wouldn't talk to them.
I think like sometimes people, they're scared of that judgment element.
Right.
Like, you know, when people judge people, they could come up to you and be like, yo, I've got this going on, and automatically you can see on their face they're judging you already, and you don't want to tell them no more. So some people are scared of that, you know.
That's big, you know. a simple look on a face, a facial expression, body language, reaction, or whatever, and that just says to you, switch off.
1000%, or whatever you was gonna tell them. It could be a fact. It could be a thing where it's like you just about to tell them something, but then you just get a feeling or the look on their face that they're just about to judge you, and you be like, you know what? Nah, allow it, and then you switch the whole conversation to something else.
You know what's peak about that is that brothers do that, but in the same breath, brothers will tell you, you can tell me anything, like, let's talk about it, etc. How is it that we can promote a kind of culture where men will be comfortable going and talking to other men about what they're going through, etc., without feeling that they're judged and they're being looked down at? What can we do?
First of all, the other men that are on the receiving end, they need to be mature enough to be able to take that information, look at it, and be like, okay, what can we do from here? If it's not that type of attitude, another man's not really going to let another man know what's going on, but just because of that judgment element to it. So he's not going to really want to open up. Because, yeah, to me, if it was me, just taking it back a little bit, it's probably even a few months ago, I'm not really going to tell the next one what I've got going on, because it doesn't really, in my mind, I would have thought it doesn't really concern him, and there's nothing he can really do about it. That's going to help me. But I feel like sometimes just speaking about it, I've learned this a lot. Just speaking about something can even spark an idea in your own mind. It's just like writing something down. As you're writing it, it's like your brain just starts to formulate the answer. It's crazy, like just writing things down.
Today, like about neuroplasticity now. The brain is formulating.
You know what it is?
Yeah.
I've listened to a lot of successful people.
Yeah.
And they always revert back to like the same sort of morals and the same sort of context of how they get things done, how they started, and how to formulate ideas. A lot of people, one person, his name is Dame Dash, he talks about writing ideas down and going into your brain and looking at what can be done, looking at all the things that's stopping you from doing that, and writing those things down, taking those out the equation gives you more of a chance to get whatever you've wrote down.
That's big, you know? That's big. So basically, you're talking about decluttering your brain a little bit here. If I can use that term. Because you said sometimes speaking to somebody else is a way of actually sparking ideas within your own self, and actually coming up with solutions as to what you might be able to do. So it's not just about what you might get from the person that you're sharing it with. It's also about what it might do for you, just by virtue of just by virtue of speaking about it. And so therefore it's important to speak.
But if you believe that people are going to judge you, then you don't speak at all. That means it really just X's out any opportunity of you having some sort of revelation.
So basically you're calling on brothers to start being more trusting.
Yeah.
Do you trust people, Zach?
Me?
Yes.
Not so easily, no. But I do have a factor of, I will definitely hear what he's saying, and then I'll take whatever I want out of that I think is substantial to me, and go off that.
It's kind of going around the idea though, because when I said, do you just trust people? Zach is going through a moment. Are you going to be like, let me go and talk to somebody about this?
Oh, if I'm going for a moment, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I've done that before. I'll phone somebody and try to figure it out, but they didn't answer, which kind of left me in a bit of a, not sticky one, but just had me thinking about it. So did I pray on it? I think I did pray on it. I'm not too sure exactly, but I did think about it deeply, and kind of was just speaking to myself, and in the moment, like the emotions were high, as in like, I'm gonna do, it's interesting, but as time goes by, you just realize that once you're aware of the emotions and just let them settle for a little minute, you start to realize, okay, cool. You come down from the high that you were on, back down to neutralize whatever your neutral point was, and then you just start to realize and think,
right,
okay, I can get through this, whatever it was.
Right.
Yeah, but a lot of people have the moments.
Now I'm just trying to follow the cameraman, but the camera is trying to follow me. But This is not working. I feel like I'm being stopped. This is not working at all.
I'm not here.
Of course you're
He's
here.
not here, man. He's not here, man.
No, because we brought him into the conversation earlier. We're just like putting him back into the frame now. That's what this is about. No, really interesting stuff about brothers trusting, brothers being able to communicate where they're at, and that can help them in a way of sparking revelations that otherwise they perhaps wouldn't have gained. But it also gives those who they're speaking to as well an opportunity to think about their approach and to think about what they might be able to do. Question is, do we put too much expectations on those who we speak to, as in we speak to them from the perspective that we should definitely get help from them or something in return?
I feel like it depends on how much expectation you put on that person in the first place. If you just put the expectation of you just want someone to speak to, then I feel like the revelation will probably come to you probably a bit easier. But if you put the expectation of, if I speak to this person, I'm definitely going to get a revelation, it might not come to you, or it might come to you just because of how strong your belief is that they can get that out of you. And because you believe it so hard, you've basically put that into the air, into the universe, and it's going to come right back to you just because of how hard you believe that to be. So it could be either one or the other. It could either go all the way your way or all the way not your way.
Yeah.
I don't really think there's a medium.
But there's a value in somebody just listening to you, isn't there?
Yeah.
It's not necessarily about the answers that they're able to provide, but just listening. Because presence sometimes is more important than conversations. It's just that you know and trust that person is going to be present as and when you might need them.
100%. 100%. Because, yeah, I feel like it's way better than speaking to yourself.
Yeah.
Just from my experience. For
Quick-
some people, it's different.
Question. I'm going to pour you some water whilst I do this. You want some water?
Might as well.
Yeah. You drink water, right?
1000%.
Is it plant-based?
100%. Only thing in the universe that cannot be replicated.
What, water?
Yep.
Have you not been to my science lab?
Nope.
I've made water.
Have you?
Yeah.
You can replicate water.
It's a great way of putting it, replicate. But since as God is the original creator,
Yeah.
then we will go with the word replicate. Yeah. This was just melted ice, by the way. Just in case anyone... Because I'm not going to drink out the bottle, because I will look like a peasant, whilst Zach looks quite
Bougie.
bougie, I was going to say. Dainty, I'm just kidding. This is water, okay? Pastor drinks water. What I was going to say is that brothers thinking about life the way that they do, talking about, or not talking about life as it might be, is it just a case of men find it hard to trust or men having pride? Or do you think somehow men have got into themselves that that's what a strong man looks like, and that's the ideal man for a woman especially? What level of influence do women have on how men present themselves?
What level of influence does a woman have? I feel like a lot of men want to exceed the expectation of what a woman has in her mind.
And what are those expectations?
I feel like it depends who your woman is.
Don't narrow it down to a particular. Don't narrow it down to a particular woman that you might or might not be with. We're speaking generally in society now.
Yeah.
Do you think that there is an unstated or perhaps stated expectation that women in general might have of a man? So, for example, you can go on social media, let's say, and you always see a woman saying,
I want to provide and stuff like that.
exactly.
Yeah, I feel like, men definitely do think straight away that a woman wants a strong man, a strong-minded man that can provide and has a lot of stability. That's the main one, stability. And if a man is going through something, or if he's on the come up, then
He's unstable.
yeah. And a lot of women cannot really see past it, or can't really see his potential.
Right.
So they would rather pass upon that rather than sticking around to see what the end result may or may not be.
How do you think that affects a man? Do you think that affects his confidence? do you think he then works to meet these expectations?
Yeah, I would say it would probably make him go harder in whatever is doing it, but at the same time, it depends on the man, and it depends on what the woman wants right now.
Right.
If she wants stability right now, then I feel like that man could probably put his dreams to the side just to get a job that is stable, so we can provide the needs for his wife and his potential family. So it could really, realistically, in some cases, put like a halt to his dream.
Is it dangerous for a man to pause his dream?
1,000%.
Why?
Because that dream is from God, and God gave him that dream in the first place to dream, to even think of that and pursue whatever is going on through his mind.
How will that play out though in terms of the impact on his life if he pauses his dream?
Then he's just not doing whatever he was purposed to do in the first place.
And what I'm trying to get at here is, what would that look like in a brother's life? Does it make him agitated, less confident, less trusting? How does that play out in a man's mind?
I believe that would make him agitated, just not, probably fidgety in a way. Just he can't sit still knowing that the dream is slowly withering away and he's not doing anything about it, just to fulfill his wife's needs, which is stability and a stable job. Just so him putting away his dreams just for that, it's not going to be fulfillment to him.
Right. But let's talk about it the other way around, because we have to be fair here. When I say fair, sound like a Jamaican here. Fear. Yeah. Fear. I'm no longer a slave to fear. Mm-hmm. You understand what we just said?
Mm-hmm.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
Let me hear you speak patois.
What, me?
Yeah.
No, man. No, you're not really ready for them things there, man. You're not really ready for them things there yet.
Uncle Zach, straight out of Kingston. We have to look at it from the other side. When I say the other side, it is more about what about when a man expects a woman to put on pause her dream in order to accommodate whatever relationship it is that he's trying to facilitate? Is that fair?
No. I don't think that's fair. It doesn't matter who does it. I don't think that's fair. I feel like you should experience that person as a whole, because it is a person, and I feel like you should experience everything that they've got going on as a whole, and not try to control them in any way, put pause or stop to anything that they've got going on. Mm-hmm. I think you should just allow them to do what they want to do, and ride their boat as well as your own.
A lot of conversation we're talking about, like men, health. You put some biology in there because you're now a neurologist, neuroscientist. You understand complicated brain chemistry and all of that. In your mind, bring everything together from the physical side to the mental health side to the spiritual side. Describe a healthy man.
A healthy man. I believe a healthy man is a man who is aware. I believe as long as you're aware, then everything else will come into play. So being aware of your health, being aware of your intellect, being aware of your spirituality, being aware of your relationships. As long as you're aware and you notice what's going on, and you know, let's say one day you're just sitting around doing nothing when you could have been reading a book, creating a new friendship, giving back, doing something substantial. I feel like once you're aware of your surroundings and what you're doing, that's a healthy man. Because everything else will come into play, because he's aware. People that are not aware can't be healthy. If you're not aware of your eating disorders, how can you be healthy? If you are aware, then it's easy to become healthy, because you know what you need to be doing, because you're aware of it in the first place. That was a good answer, flipping out.
He compliments himself. It's like it's even awareness. It's what you're talking about.
Yeah, awareness.
I'm aware. I gave a good answer. That was
That was a good answer.
Are you healthy? Are you a healthy man?
Yeah, I'm a healthy man. I am a healthy man.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I can be more healthy if that's what you're asking. I would say a healthy man. I do the things that need to be done, and there are things that do need to be done that also need to be done at the same time. There's certain things that I could say no to, but I say yes to in the moment. Food wise.
Okay.
But and I have like a little excuse. I'll burn
You're
it.
talking about physical health. I mean, you just gave a good answer around building relationships, giving back to community, all those kind of things, being aware. And now, when it comes to you personally, you just talk about physical health. Let me ask again: are you a healthy man, Zachary?
Yes, I'm still thinking to my answer. Yes, I am a healthy man, but I'm not a perfect man. Healthy doesn't mean perfect.
Okay, let me break it down as per your answer. Are you aware?
Yeah, I'm aware.
Are you building new relationships, friendships?
Yeah.
Are you giving back to community?
Yeah.
Are you pursuing faith and God?
Yeah.
And of course, you're pursuing your physical health as well. Yeah. And you're having a clear sense of, because when you say awareness, I just heard identity. You're having a clear sense of identity that this is who you are, this is what God's made you to be, and you know who Zach is. And you're still working towards that, because obviously we don't get perfect. We strive, we aspire. Yeah. Okay. So from that perspective, Zachary, you're healthy.
From that perspective, I'm healthy.
That's amazing. Yeah. Yeah.